Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Lisa, aka Diamonds and Stitches, and I am continuing on with my whips and sips of Serene Siren Triptych, which is a Mandy Manzano design from Diamond Art Club. And so working on that this weekend, and it's been a couple of weeks since I've been able to work on it, so I've had a little bit of withdrawal, but in the meantime I did finish Magical Mama, and I put up a post review on that, and super happy that that is done. It's beautiful. I love it. I want to say it's at like a 38 by 38, so it's a nice square, and I'm going to frame it. Though, again, I have procrastinated, and it's the frame and a couple other frames actually are sitting in my cart, and it's funny because I keep getting like updates in my mail, my email going, you have a 20% off coupon. Hey, we're clearing your cart for free shipping. And I'm like, okay. So I'm wondering if I just keep it in there long enough, will I get like more incentives? I don't know. Sometimes procrastination works out really well. Anyway, so I just thought I would pop in and give a little update on this beauty. She is coming along. I actually worked on her a couple hours last night and did quite a bit. I am more than, I probably am just a little over halfway done. I don't really have a goal in mind to get this done, but as in time frame, but I would like to finish it up so that I can start one of the new kits. But of course, it being here at my guy's house, it needs to be a kit that he can see, and that my granddaughter does not see. So yeah, so I think I'm going to bring One Worth Melting and Snow Queen, which are huge, and I might bring those here and do those ones. You know what I'm thinking is that maybe I will buy a drafting table for over here as well, because those ones are huge, you guys. Like One Worth Melting is 42 by 125 or something like that. Anyways, it's really long. Sorry, excuse me. It's really long and not as wide. And so I don't know that I can work on it on my lap, this lap table. I'm sitting at the table right now with this lap table. It's got beans underneath it, this lap pad, and it has beans in it, so you can like move it to how you want it, which is great when you're sitting in a chair, because I can fluff it up, and if I need to move, then I can refluff it. It's actually really nice. I love this. I'll link it. I bought it from Amazon, and I'll link it below. But I really like this one. The unfortunate thing is that there's a cup holder in it, and so it's kind of like wasted space. It's wasted real estate on here, because I would never put a cup in here with my canvas, because well, as you guys have heard in several of my videos, I'm very klutzy, and gosh only knows what would happen if I actually had a cup in there. Yeah, so I'm not going to tempt fate that way. I tempt fate in so many other ways, and but I'm not going to tempt fate there. So yeah. Oh my gosh, so last night when I was working on this, I was doing the AB diamonds, And oh, they just make me so happy. They're so stinking pretty, like so pretty. And so when I took a step back and I had a look at this picture after, I was just like, oh man, this is just gorgeous. Like, she's gorgeous. I have to decide how I'm going to frame her because she is getting framed. Yes, I'm definitely going to frame her. So I need to figure that out and where we're going to put her. I was originally thinking I would put her, you know, honestly, I might put her still in the master bath. We have kind of like a soak-in tub. And I think that maybe I will put it somewhere close to it. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I was thinking maybe I would also put it in the master closet because we have a walk-in closet. And so maybe there. I don't know. But I have Revealing Woman that I actually want to put in the master closet. So we'll see. Of course, Revealing Woman is not done. She's also a Diamond Art Club canvas, though I don't know if I've seen it on the website. It was in the clearance, and I'm not sure. I haven't been on for a little while. Well, as in like last week, I had a look at the new releases. Today I had a look at the new releases. Oh, they're killing me. They're so pretty. But you know what? I have instituted a no buy for myself, other than these awesome diamond pens. Because I can't help myself. But yeah, so until I have finished a few canvases, I am not buying any more diamond paintings, even from Cestials. I was on there the other day and I was putting some stuff in my cart for the Tiny Princess, and I looked at it and went, oh, Lisa, what are you doing? I mean, you already have kits for her, and so why in the world are you... Let me just double check here and make sure that I have all the color. Oh, there's another one. You know, this is part of my problem, is that some people go in sections, right? And, you know, they do a color, they finish a section, doesn't matter how many colors are in it. I take a color and I do like a big group. And then when I'm done that color, I'll go on to the next color. But what I find when I do that is if I'm not working in just a section and constantly changing my diamonds out, then I find like a stray that I forgot. Like, here's a C. Here's a C. I have done the C's. They're done. But I miss this little guy. So, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But it's funny because, you know, I search and search and I'm like, oh, yeah, no, I don't see any more. And then I get into another spot and I'm like, that. So let me just do a quick scan. I mean, I'm gonna miss some anyways. It's life. It's what I do. It's not that big of a deal though to go back in and nope, I think I did them. Okay, so let's change colors. Put all these babies back in there. Yes, so anyways, I was like, I have so many kits and I don't know why I'm bothering trying to, what color do I want to do? It's really more about what color, oh, how about I do those guys? Because there's a little one up there. 9. Okay, 9. Excellent. But anyways, yes, I have a couple of kits for her that that we will do. She is very excited, you guys. She was so happy that not only did I do a video with her and then we put it up, but that she was getting comments. And so thank you so much for your comments. She loved them. She's super happy and she can't wait to get to be able to upload again. And we will do that next month. Yeah, in July, which really is in a few days. The start of July. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy to me that we're already like halfway through the year. I don't know how that happened. Anyways, yes, she is super thrilled. She was happy to hear about the comments, and she's my little princess. She loves to do crafts. She is quite the little artist. She loves drawing, and yeah, she'll spend hours. And in fact, she's gotten so good that I told her if she was a really good girl, I have super expensive art pencils, because somehow in my head I think I'm an artist. I'm not. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not. I barely can draw stick figures. My houses consist of squares, rectangles, and circles, and a triangle for the roof. I can't draw a person to save my life. They're all stick figures. I can't even draw a flower properly. I am not artistic. I am a good copier. See what you have done. I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I want to see how you've done it, and then I'll incorporate it my way, with my colors, or maybe change up the style a little bit or something. But for the most part, I'm not sitting down and trying to create something all on my own, because that's not going to happen. And but she is artistic. Her oldest uncle is very artistic. My mom is extremely artistic. The three of them just have an eye, and more power to them, because God bless. I'm so impressed. But she can spend hours, and I mean hours, just sitting and coloring. And so we bought her more like the adult coloring books, that they have very intricate patterns. And for her birthday, when she turned 8 in May, I bought her another step up of crayons than Crayola. I bought her some really good, not quite the next level of what I have, which, what are they called? They're in a tin. They're beautiful. Oh my gosh. I don't remember what they're called, but artists use them, drafters, when they're drafting, that kind of thing. So I bought those when I was scrapbooking and stamping, and I thought, well, I would get good quality pencils to color and stuff. Well, I didn't really color a whole lot. I would just choose ink that I wanted my stamp color to be in, and if it wasn't a black, the outline in black, and then I would use a colored marker to go on the inside. But for the most part, yeah, I didn't color. Mainly because I don't do it well, and it's very intricate work, and I can't pay that much close attention. Hence the reason why I'm not an artist. So anyways, she loves it. She can spend hours. I have all kinds of drawings all over my bedroom, and she writes notes to her friends, and she writes notes to her teachers, and she writes notes to her mommy and me, and yeah, she spends hours, and it's adorable. And so when her birthday came and I bought her these art pencils, they're really good quality. And I said to her, you know, if you can look after these and make sure that when you're done with your stuff and you put them away nice and you look after them, they're not on the floor and all over the table and broken and whatever, that Grammy will let you have her pencils. She's been coveting them for a while. Excuse me. Sip time. Yes, she's been coveting them for a while. And so she was absolutely thrilled. Well, her birthday was, what, a little more than a month ago. And she's come to me almost weekly. Hey, Grammy, I've been really good and I've been looking after my pencils like you said. When can I have your pencils? Bribes work, people. Bribes work. So she'll probably get them, you know, fairly soon. We'll see. We'll see. But it is interesting watching her. She just, you know, when she gets engrossed in something, she does it for a really long time. Her uncle was the same way. But unfortunately, and I'm not sure why this happened, but he, you know, I thought that he was very good. And again, somebody who's not an artist and they see people who have talent and maybe, you know, artists are temperamental creatures, right? Like, I think we all are in no matter what kind of thing that we do, you know? And so sometimes you don't think that you're as good as people keep telling you. And unfortunately, he kind of had that attitude. And I'm hoping that as he gets older and he continues just drawing for himself and sees how fun it is and he does it for relaxing or whatever the case is, that one day he will take the plunge and show people and realize that he is quite talented and that, you know, to take the praise for what it is. And yeah, so she, however, is not like that. She laps it up. She loves it. And yes, so I'm thrilled that I have a little person who likes to do crafts, and not only that she likes to do crafts, but she loves to spend time with Grammy. And so that, I mean, it's a win-win. It's just a win-win. So look for a future video. We are going to pull out one of the kits that I bought at either Joann's or Michael's. I don't remember which one. I think it was Michael's. And I bought a unicorn or butterflies or something. I did an unboxing of it. Honestly, to me, it looks a little cheap, but she's going to love it, and that's all that matters. But it's on like cardboard, I think. Yeah, I want to say that the actual print is on cardboard, and yeah. However, I was in Hobby Lobby yesterday, and again, this whole no buy thing, right? So I went in there for a specific reason, and but I happened to walk by and they had some diamond painting kits by, is it Diamond Dots? DD. I'll find it, link it below. I do have a couple of kits from them too. So under the bed in my house. And okay, let's double check that I have, I mean, I really don't know why I double check, because I'm gonna miss them anyways, you guys. It's kind of funny. It really is kind of funny. But I don't see any that are staring me in the face. So let's move on to, woohoo, another color. Okay, let's find a color that there's a lot so we don't have to continue to do this. Oh, and an escapee. Just hang on here. There she is. Okay. Let's choose another color. Okay, how about this thing that looks like a danger? Like, seriously, some of these symbols crack me up. But this symbol here, you guys can't really see it, but it looks like, oh, why is there a black one right there? There's no black there. Just hang on. Let's use that somewhere else. What it was doing. Okay. It looks like, you know, the toxic sign or whatever that you see at 13. That you see at, like, plants that, you know, hydro plants or gas plants or whatever, you know, that kind of thing. That's what it looks like to me. Kind of cracks me up. All right. Okay. So enough on that. I had something else. Okay, you guys. So I don't know how many of you have been watching Call the Midwife, but I binge watched. I started watching it, I think like June 12th, 13th, somewhere in there. I have finished it. I'm caught up. There are 8 seasons. There's only 2 episodes in the 8th season so far, so there must be, you know, more coming. But I pretty much binge watched 7 seasons in what, less than 3 weeks? 2 weeks? Oh my gosh. I've been up since, I started watching this series, you guys, like until 2, 3 in the morning, which is not fabulous because I have to get up and take the little to school at, you know, in the morning and then head off to work. And so, yeah, and then I come home and I either diamond paint for a little bit or cross stitch for a little bit or simply watch YouTube videos and binge watch Call the Midwife. And that's what I've been doing for the last little while. Well, last night I finished up season 7. And if you have not been watching it, but you are watching, you know, like you have not caught up, I'm not going to spoil it for you. But let me just say that season 7, please get your tissues out because, oh my, like, I want to say it's season 7, episode 5, maybe. Seriously, get your Kleenex out. I did the ugly cry, you guys. Like, I was a sobbing, pitiful mess and had done the ugly cry, like blotchy, and tears were just streaming and things were running out my nose. Oh my gosh, you guys, seriously, I was just bawling. I really am getting it all out of my system because I also watched, in the meantime, or was it just before I started Call the Midwife? I think it was just before. There's a season on Netflix called, it's a series on Netflix called When They See Us. When They See Us. Yes. And, or If They See Us. Something like that. Anyways, also completely bawled over the show. And the unfortunate thing is it's based on a true life incident. It's a group of boys who were convicted of the beating and rape of a jogger in Central Park. And they were persecuted and prosecuted, and they were not, I mean, you know right away, if you looked up the story, you know that they were exonerated. But what they went through to be exonerated is heartbreaking. And oh my gosh, you guys, I was a puddle. So, but I highly recommend Call the Midwife. I'd heard about it like a couple of years ago and people were like, oh yeah, you gotta watch Call the Midwife. But in my head somehow, like I associated Call the Midwife with like, old-fashioned ladies who were making house calls and they were like sitting around knitting blankets and and I'm like, okay, that's not my jam. I watch, what do I watch? Cookie and Lucius from, oh, you guys, I'm horrible with show names. I see it in my head too, and you're all probably screaming at me, Lisa, it's this show. You know what I'm talking about though. And can you guys even see what I'm doing? God, I hope so. But yeah, those are the kinds of shows I watch. Like right now I'm watching Claw on Hulu, and Claws. Yeah, on Hulu. And so, you know, those are the kinds of shows. Well, I think that it was a preview or something and it popped up and I'm like, oh, that actually looks kind of cool. So I went back and yes, while they do sit around and they do crafts, no different than what we do. But the lives are so interesting and kind of cool. And because there's a background of healthcare in my family, and so that just has a little bit more special meaning to me as well. But not only that, but the show is just so great, and it covers topics that, you know, things that we take for granted today were just such a big thing back then, you know, like the start of birth control for women, and teenage pregnancies, and you know, poverty, and illnesses that you know, like we just don't see, like tuberculosis and septicemia, and you know, things like that. And so, you know, they cover these issues. Divorce back in the early 60s, which, you know, was just so hard for women. You know, yeah, just like all of these different types of topics. And so it's really, really quite fascinating. And I enjoyed the series immensely, immensely. And so if you're looking for a binge-worthy show that you don't necessarily have to pay attention to, you know, because you can follow along while you're multitasking in crafting or something like that. Like I was able to either diamond paint or cross stitch while I was watching the show. And I don't feel that I missed much. You know, there were some times that, yes, I had to pay attention, but not enough that I had to put absolutely everything down, put it away, and pay attention like I would have to in Game of Thrones. Or what other show did I watch that I had to actually pay attention to? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so now I'm looking for another binge-worthy series that has more than two seasons to it, because I like to, I really like to kind of go all in. And, yeah. Okay, let's see where we're at. You know what? I think I got that one done really quickly too. Goodness sakes. I mean, awesome. You know, these whips and sips are helping me so much because I'm actually getting things done. Whereas before I would be like, oh, let me go shopping, or let me, you know, read a book, or let me, you know, just veg out and go and do whatever. And I still do those things, don't get me wrong, I still do those things, but now I feel this, hey, I really should work on this for a few hours and show some progress and do a progress update. So that's actually really kind of fun for me. And so this kind of forces me to get that done. So, and this morning I worked on my collab piece that I'm doing with Sherry of Diamond Art Addiction 12. And we will be doing Wednesdays will be our updates on that collab piece. but she had done her collab piece. She started her collab piece in her live on Thursday night. Oh gosh, you guys, again, what day is this? This is Saturday. So maybe it was Thursday night, maybe it was Wednesday night. I don't know. I'm horrible. Anyways, her live, it was awesome. So much fun. So much goes on in her lives. And she started her collab piece in there. So I was like, girl, now I'm really going to have to step up my game. And so I did. I started it today, actually, while I was watching Claws. And so you'll get to see my little bit of progress, and then I will do a whips and sips, and she will do an update. I'm not sure what she calls her diamond paint with me's. I know everybody in the community has maybe a little different variation of what they call their diamond paint with me's. And I just liked whips and sips because I'm working on a whip while I am sipping on some type of beverage. Today it is coffee again. In fact, I think I've done coffee with you guys each and every time I have worked on this diamond painting, but there's a reason for that, and that's mainly because I'm working on it in the morning, and I'm not a morning person, and I need a lot of coffee to get myself going. So, yeah. Oh, there's one. See? I knew if I put this away, I was going to find another one. So, let's just do... That was quick. Wow, that was quick. Okay. I need to find a color that I don't have to keep changing on you guys. Sorry. I've gotten to a place actually in here that there's not huge amounts of color in one spot like there was before. So let me see if I can find another one that there's a lot of color to. Okay, let's try the equals sign. Yeah, that seems to have quite a bit. Okay, equals is 25. Okay, so if you saw my kitting up video for our collab piece, which I think we're calling Rainbow Heart, maybe? Rainbow Glitter Heart, I'm not sure. But it's pretty. It's large. It's 60 by 45, and it's a big piece. But I do my kitting up a little differently than other people do, and I number my containers with just the numbering system, 1 through however many jars I have in the case. In that kitting up one, I had another 60 container. Oh my goodness, my stomach says feed me. Nope, not feeding you. It was a 60 piece container. I had just received it from Huacan store and had done an unboxing of it, and it was just perfect timing that I had that as an empty case to do my kitting up. And my kit has 45 colors in it. And so I numbered my containers 1 through 60, and obviously I'm using 45 of them for my kit. But that's what I do. Some kits come and they are numbered already 1 through 5 with either the DMC color or the symbol to it. some kits just come with the symbol and the DMC number, and some just, you know, have just their own numbering system. And I used to, when I first started, used to always do it either by the number or symbol of how the schematic looked. And then when I was done and threw away the drills, I would be left with all of these containers that had the symbols or numbers to it, and I would have to peel them all off to kit up a new kit. And so I thought, well, this is silly, because really I'm kind of a procrastinator and lazy by nature a little bit. And so I was like, okay, I've got to make this easier on myself. And so one of the kits I had done had a numbering system, 1 through whatever, I think it had 19 colors or something. And but then it also had the symbol, and then it had I think it was just the numbers and then the symbol that then the number went to. And I was like, oh, that's stinking easy. 19 colors. Why don't I just do it that way? And that's how my little idea was born. And then I realized that Stitcherista, I believe, also does it that way. I don't know if she's continuing to do it that way. I have not done any binge watching on a lot of YouTubers' channels recently, because I was trying to get my thing done, and then I started binge watching, like I said, called Midwife. So, you know, randomly I've been watching YouTube, but I did not get to catch her latest kitting up video of her projects, and so I'm not sure how she's doing it. But it works for me. I like it. And then this way, when I'm done with the kit and I get rid of the drills that were associated with that kit, I don't have to renumber my containers. I don't have to do anything with them. I can immediately go to the next kit and just, you know, get started putting it all together. Now, some kits, like the collab piece that Sherry and I are doing, its schematic was just the symbols and then the DMC colors on the side. So I've taken a Sharpie and I have written 1, 2, 3, all the way to 45 along the side of the symbols, so that I know when I go to start that diamond painting that I know what symbol is supposed to go with my numbering system. So it works for me, and I really like it. So if you saw that in my video, that's why I do it that way. Okay. It's been a quiet work week. That's been nice. And then we're gearing up for the 4th of July holiday. But because I'm Canadian, I also do the Canada Day holiday, even though I work that day. But, you know, we still acknowledge it. So I'm looking forward to that. And barbecuing and whatever. And my guy comes back home tomorrow. He's been on Montana for work for the last 2 weeks. And so that's going to be nice. He'll be back home, but then he comes home for a week, and then he is off to Portland for 2 weeks for his job. So kind of exciting for me, because I will come out to Portland to, you know, spend the weekend, a long weekend with him again. And I will get to go to my favorite crafting store, my favorite cross-stitch store again. I mean, woohoo! 2 times in less than 2 months. That's incredible and fun for me. So yeah. And then I think in my last video, I also mentioned that I am going to be doing a giveaway because I had just reached 200 subscribers, and I'm so thrilled. I'm truly thrilled that, that there are 200 people who think that my channel is worth watching. And I love that. That's awesome. I love being part of the community, and while I don't upload often, really this last week I've done more uploads than I have probably in months, just because the collab piece, and I'm getting back into my cross stitching, and so I have some things there. And then I finished a piece, and so there were as I have time in between, work and family life, and having a relationship, and still trying to find some personal time, but really this is kind of my personal time, and things like that. I struggle to find time to film, and so you guys have seen more videos from me, and but please don't expect it to be that way all the time, just because it was really easy. I just had a lot going on in a very short amount of time that I was able to do, and so yeah, I got lucky. But that is all to say that I do the best I can. Okay, I'm gonna do one more color change, 7. I do the best I can, taping wise and finishing projects and that kind of thing, based on, what's going on in my personal life. And I know that other people struggle with that as well, because we all, whether we work outside the home or work inside the home. I was a stay-at-home mom for 20 some odd years, and I would say that I think my life was actually busier then than it is now, just in a different way. And so we all have busy lives, right? And so where was I going? I was going with, so I will not, I will always try to upload at least once a week, and with this collab, possibly twice a week. So expect to at least see that. I try to keep involved as much as I can in the community, and I'm not always successful, but I do try. And and I'm still kind of learning how to edit, and I watched some of my first videos because I didn't know about editing. I didn't know what kind of software there was, all kinds of things. And so I did a ton of YouTube watching how to create your channel, how to, how to upload, how to make thumbnails, how to do all kinds of things, right from where it goes. So you probably will have seen, if you followed me from the beginning, you've seen a bit of a difference in my videos, and I'm hoping I'm getting better, because I am starting to edit and, learn where to put my camera and that kind of thing. I work off my phone. I do everything on my phone. And, yeah, so, I'm still learning the process, trying to get it together. And, everybody has learning curves, and this is mine. And, I'm also part of a older generation because I'm in that big, ugly 5-0 zone. And, for a really long time, I stayed home for 20 some odd years. And so technology has really progressed. And things that I knew of back in the day when I was working are no longer applicable. Like, those programs don't exist. The software isn't around. If it is, it has, you know, grown by leaps and bounds. And so I'm really learning, and, you know, I have to ask my kids who are millennials, and you know, they'll show me the first time, but I think that millennials just kind of expect you, you know, when you've learned something, because this is what they do. When you learn something, you pick it up right away, and, you know, you can go off with it and figure it out. Well, I'm not like that, and I need a little bit more instruction and a little bit more hand-holding on things, and then they, you know, look at me like I'm an idiot. So no parent wants their child to look at them like, you know, that they are not so smart, because I have made the persona in my house that I am the smart person. And though they all know that they're smarter than me, and that's okay. In certain things, they're smarter than me. Like I tell them, we all come with gifts. Anyways, so what I have had to do, because, you know, there's only so many times I can have my child roll their eyes at me and go, I showed you this already, Mom. Why are you not getting it? In the nicest way possible. And so I'm like, okay, let me figure it out myself and find keywords so I can find a video or something, right? So that's what you guys are. You're in my learning curve, and I apologize if they suck. It's not meant to, but I do the best I can. Okay, maybe one more color change. I'm having some fun. Are you guys having some fun? I love watching this thing come together. Okay, let's do a green. I haven't done a green for a while. P is number 20. So anyways, I think I was saying something about a giveaway. That's where I started rambling too. I apologize. Rambling about the giveaway. So I again am really thrilled that I have 200, a little over 200 subscribers. And so I had always intended to do a giveaway when I reached 200 subscribers, but you guys all beat me to that, and so I will be now doing a giveaway. And because my channel name is Diamonds and Stitches, I'm going to do a giveaway for diamond painting and a giveaway for stitching. And so I'm just waiting for a couple more things to get to me for it, and then I am going to announce my giveaway. So please stay tuned for that. I will do a video on that, and I will explain how the diamond painting part or the stitching part, you know, will be done, and how to have the opportunity to win one of the prizes. So I'm pretty thrilled about it. I've been thinking about it for a really long time. Honestly, since I started my channel, I've kind of started with stitching. But again, I didn't upload very often, and I was very, very sporadic, and I just didn't have the time devoting to it that I should have. And then I got into a different craft for a while. If you've watched my videos, you've heard me talk about wreath making. And so I, you know, all of my attention went into that, and everything else went on the back burner. But I have since realized that while it was fun and I liked it, it wasn't bringing me the complete joy that cross stitching and diamond painting gives to me. This is so much more relaxing, and again, because I don't have to reinvent the wheel, and I just have to pick a color and something beautiful, you know, I'm enhancing what is already here. And that's super easy for me. And so, and I enjoy that. And so I decided that I needed to revamp what I was doing, take a priority, you know, a hard look at my priorities and what I was doing, and try to feng shui my life in a way. I do the Marie Kondo method. Oh, look, see, there's another little guy that, remember how I looked all over this canvas in this area for that? Yeah. Oh, well. Marie Kondo, if you've heard of her, she has a Netflix series show that she follows a few families. I related to this show. It was awesome. I had not heard, had I heard of her before? I think so, but like kind of in a passing kind of way, like somebody would say, oh yeah, but you know, there's so many people who, you know, help you organize your life and your home and that kind of thing. And so I didn't really pay that much attention to it until the Netflix show. And then everybody I knew was talking about it. And I'm like, okay, well, let me go find out what this is. And so I got involved in that, bought the book, totally subscribing to her method. I can do this. And so, you know, my crafts kind of fell into that category. And while I have gone off the bandwagon a little bit on it, because it's a little overwhelming pulling all of your stuff out and then finding the time to go through it and deal with it and figure out what brings you joy. And I have 20 some odd years of stuff, memories, and stuff. So, and then my own personal issues that go along with that stuff. Something for a different video. But yeah, so I just had to take a hard, long look at what I was doing and decided that wreath making, while I like certain ones, it's honestly cheaper for me to go to the store and buy one that I really like than it was to buy all of these supplies, you know, get myself all hot and bothered over whether it looked good, because again, I actually had to create something myself. And there's a lot of self-doubt, and that comes from, you know, childhood trauma and being told that you are not going to do well craft-wise. Thank you, Aunt Margaret. And so, yeah. So, giveaway coming soon. Please watch for details. I will actually announce it in a video. It will have its own video. And I'm not sure how giveaways are done by other creators. I watch, again, Diamond Art Addictions, because hers was around the time that we started conversing over doing a collab together. And oh, excuse me. So, yeah. Okay, well, with that, I think that I am going to end this today. It's almost been an hour, and hopefully you enjoyed this video and you were able to do some crafting along with me while I blabbered on. See you for sure on Wednesday, sometime Wednesday, when we do our collab piece upload. And so I'm looking forward to that. And then next week, another little update on getting Serene Siren continued in my whips and sips. So I hope to see you guys all in my next video. If you liked what you saw today and you are a new subscriber or a new viewer, I hope that you hit the subscribe button. If you are a returning viewer, I appreciate that you stick it out with me. That is awesome. And I hope that you enjoy. All right. Have a great weekend, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.